Hello guys, welcome to another video. Sorry for the late video because I'm busy moving. That's why I'm doing a voiceover as well without even a mic because I'm currently serving quarantine. This first puzzle is very simple. You just need to play this four play point card, and to get the effect, and then you evolve the 1/2 Bane in order to trigger it, and then you'll be able to clear the board and have enough damage to kill the enemy leader. As you can see here, play the card first, evolve the 1/2 so that you get the extra +2/+2 stats, trigger the effect, clear the board, and then you'll be able to kill the opponent leader. So very simple first puzzle. Okay, the first one is done. Next one here is also very simple. Sorry, I was recording very haphazardly, so I'm just changing the resolution so that it looks a bit better here on the video for you guys. This one is also very simple. First, you need to trigger the Avarice condition by playing Dark Contract. It draws you 2 cards. That will activate, I think it's Lissolet, and I don't know how to read the name, but basically it activates the condition for Lady Scarlet, which will be able to trigger, what's it called? The one below 10 Vengeance, yeah, the below 10 defense one. So you trigger Vengeance, which activates your 6 play point card, which will then be able to destroy the largest follower. So play it for 6 play points, destroy the largest one, which is the 5/9 taunt, and then just do the straightforward trades and you'll be able to clear the board, because the Lady Scarlet also has at the end of the turn effect which deals 3 damage to a random enemy follower. So after that is done, in this puzzle it's a little bit more complicated. First, play Luna for the body, run it into the 1/2 to clear the taunt, and then we're going to play the Retracing the Past to give it last words. Use Wicked Rebirth on Luna so you can bring it back and evolve it. Evolving it is to enable the Noble Phantom trigger condition. So now you can play Noble Phantom after evolving, and then we'll be able to summon 2 ghosts. These 2 ghosts will be very helpful to clear the 2/2 Ramiel. And then afterwards you can just run your Luna into the 5/5 Ra. Yep, and that means you have 8 shadows, so you can just use it to steal the priest of something. I don't remember what it's called, and you can just play Luna's Doll, which will enable you to banish the largest enemy follower, and you can just run your 6/6 follower into the enemy opponent leader. Okay, this puzzle is a little bit more complicated. First of all, you need to understand that the win condition is to play the 6 play point spell, because that can remove the most followers as possible for the amount of play points, so it's the most value. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to play the unlikely, the 1 play point reduce 2/2 stats card, the Unlikely Fellowship, I think it's called, on the Victory Blader, and then to reduce the stats so that it has 6 defense. And then I'm just going to run some followers into the taunts so that they line up nicely, and then I'm going to evolve it first so I can kill off one of the followers with the effect. Yep, and then I run it in first so that I don't need to waste board space. Yeah, deal more damage, so I have 3, 4, and 5, so I can remove 3 followers, and after that I will be able to very easily just remove these 2 taunts. I have plenty of damage here. You can trade however you like, as long as you leave the 5 attack follower to run into the opponent face. So this one, the earlier execution and figuring out which approach to go for is a bit difficult, but after you get the beginning down, the finishing is very simple. As for this one, you have to stack your stacks, playing your magic sentiments at the right time to ensure that you control your board space properly. I think there are a few ways to go about this puzzle. I spent I think 15 minutes on this puzzle, and I think there are a few ways of getting to the end. You can just follow what I'm doing here. It's very consistent, no RNG involved in this puzzle. Just be careful of board space issues and ensure that you have enough amulets on the board so that your Earthright can trigger, because the damage is very important. Summon the storm at the end and just run everything to face. Evolve anyone you want, it doesn't really matter. I just evolved the follower that I've never seen before, just to look what the alternate art looks like. And this one is completed. Alright, for this one, well, this one took me the longest. I think I spent around half an hour for this puzzle. You always want to buff up your 5/5 so that it doesn't get destroyed by the opponent effects, and then keep pinging down the 7/4 with various different effects. You want to make sure that your 7/7 is very healthy so that it doesn't get RNG to death. Figure out which ping to use first. Here, I always want to buff the 8/7 now, because that is the card that I want to run into the opponent face, so I'm always buffing that. And here I'm figuring out which ping to use. There is a tiny little bit of RNG, like the cards have a lot of random effects, but if I'm not mistaken, it doesn't really matter in the end. You always have enough damage if you do the order correctly. You always have enough damage to run into face. So don't be worried too much about the RNG part for this puzzle. This one was also another very difficult one. I think it's the second longest one that I took. The concept as to how you are supposed to complete the puzzle, I think, is fairly straightforward. From my perspective, it's just that the order and the board space and the health control is very tricky. I had to restart a lot of times simply because I messed up the order, or I played the cards a bit too quickly, and then I got pinged to death. So make sure you follow the steps very, very closely. Order is very important for this puzzle over here, so that the heals and the rush effects and everything are all triggered properly. Towards Sarah is the most important part of this puzzle because it provides you the necessary healing that you need to withstand the pings. Here I'm just double checking, because I know what to play already at this point. I'm just double checking to see if all the rally conditions are met, to check if there are any miss pings or anything like that. Make sure I don't kill myself again. So here, play Kagemitsu while I still have Sarah on board so that I get the healing effect. Then only I kill it afterwards, and then just go base. Alright, for this one, it's also quite straightforward. First, play the Cryptic Keeper so you get some board space. Play the puppet, and then you get back two puppets. Play another one, you keep the other puppet because you want to actually bring back the puppeteer, so you get the effect again. So you get like an extra two puppets. So this may be a trick or an interaction that, if you don't play, maybe you're not too familiar with this interaction because it's like portal card and a forest card. So, but this is the interaction, and after you're aware of this interaction, it's actually fairly simple. You can just run your puppets in to the 7/4s, fairly straightforward. The only tricky thing after at this point is okay, I just bring back the Cryptic Keeper to refresh my play points, make sure I don't mess up. I play the Cactus Cowboy because I want the Dutiful Steed, and then I play Shamu Shamu. So I get four storm that can clear off one of the 4/4s. And very important, before you actually run it in, you should evolve your Karula so that it doesn't get RNG to death. And then only you take the 4/4, because there will be a -0, -3, I think, for the 4/4. And with the Puppeteer dead, you will be able to stack up your followers dead condition to activate your portal cards. So afterwards, you just run your stuff in, play the Ironback Beetle, very important, trade into the 4/4 first because you want the additional stats to come into play. The additional stats don't matter for the 7/4 because you can only take 1 damage at a time. Then you can play your Budget Fudo, which is the new Laser Hawk. This one has a little bit of RNG, but it shouldn't really matter because if you have managed to get to this point, if you have managed to activate your Twin Swords, then you'll have enough pings to actually clear off whatever final follower is left, and you'll be able to run your Karula into the opponent leader's face. Alright, and that is all for the Shaman King puzzles as of now. They might release more puzzles in the future. Thank you for watching. Sorry for the late video again. I was moving, very busy, no time to really solve puzzles or make videos. Very haphazard, very last minute, but hope this is of help for you because the quests still aren't over yet. I think as of recording this voiceover commentary, I think there's like over 10 days left. So if you're stuck, if you have given up at this point, I hope that this video is of some help for you. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next video.